been great. It's very exciting. So can you just reassure us, that you really are in the space station, you're not suspended by hidden wires in a closet someplace? Maybe your hair alone kind of. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
There'd be a lot of wires holding my hair up right now. That's what it takes. But I guarantee you, we're up in space. I don't think, I'm not a gymnast, so in normal life, I don't think I could do this.
Wow, very nice, very nice. And you were able to do it in slow motion.
Yeah, I can do it as a 10.
Very nice. Well, we really appreciate you taking time out. She's stuck alone. Very nice for taking time out of your schedule. You got a lot going on up there. I'd like to introduce you to a few people we have here back on Earth. We have the winners of the YouTube Space Lab competition. We have Dorothy and Sarah and Anna. Greetings, everybody. Greetings. Now, Sonny, you've been working on their experiments, right?
I'm excited to be here with you guys. I was happy to have met you guys in Washington, D.C., and congratulations. I think it's been a little bit of a whirlwind for you since that time, so I hope you're enjoying yourself. And we're enjoying your experiments up here, so thank you.
So you look very relaxed, and then you set your microphone down. That's very nice. Set your microphone up, or where is up. And what is a day like? I get the impression you guys are busy all the time.
Well, every day is different, and we are busy all the time. We have a general working day, same as time as you, GMT. We usually get up around 6 and try to go to sleep around 10, but every day is different. We're doing science experiments, we're exercising, we're out doing spacewalks, we're doing robotic stuff. We just launched HTV, the Japanese module that was up here, left us yesterday, so it's one thing after another. Every day is a little bit different.
Now, spacewalks, launching Japanese modules, making scientific discoveries, that's routine. But you have the other stuff you have to do, like the laundry and dishes and things like that.
Well, luckily enough, most of our food is in containers, and then we throw it away, so we don't really have dishes up here. If you think about it, dishes aren't going to work up in space, so we just sort of eat our food out of different types of containers, so we don't have to do that.
What sort of food do you eat?
There's not a lot of dirt up here, so your clothes don't get dirty, for the most part.
What sort of food do you get to eat up there? That delays from the speed of light.
We have a wide variety of food, which is really great. Just in this in this little packet, I have beef fajitas, which we usually eat with tortillas because bread is a little crummy and then it gets in your hair and stuff. A lot of freeze-dried stuff, or dehydrated stuff, I should say. And we have a hydrator right above me. This is cauliflower and also spinach in here because my mom's probably watching and wants to know I'm eating my vegetables. And then, of course, there's things in the can. And, of course, we have candy and other things like that, which are, everybody likes to eat on Earth.
It does look like, it does look delicious. How about the experiments? Can you show us the experiments? Oh.
Certainly. I think you're thinking about experiments that these guys sent up, right?
Yeah.
Experiments and Dorothy and Sarah's experiments. And they're right here with me. So I have them here in space. This is a gap. This is Dorothy and Sarah's. And it shows a little bit change of color from when you remember it launched. It was before a little bit more red, and then we combined them in the gap experiment. And so now, obviously, with the dye, they've changed, which means there's definitely some indication of some growth. But we'll have to see how that goes when they get returned to Earth on SpaceX coming up at the end of October.
So this is where there's a dye that changes with the acidity, and so as the bacteria metabolize, as they metabolize, it changes color. Yeah. So you guys have a question for her right now?
Exactly. And the other experiment, which I think the other experiment which I think you guys want to take a look at if we can get the camera to focus is, of course, our little Nefertiti here. Let's see if she can get in focus. Hold on.
She's in focus, yeah. I see a lot of dead flies.
She's a little scary. I think she's been eating well.
So, do you have a question about your spider here?
Yeah, I actually have a question. So, I see there are a lot of dead flies hanging around in the silk threads. Did you get to see her actually do the jump?
Oh yeah, she was in the CGBA. In her habitat there, and then also in the locker where the payload folks were able to see her with the camera. That's what this is contained right here. But every now and then, of course, I took her and Cleopatra out and fed them, by opening the plungers and opening so more fruit flies would come out. And one day I was doing that, I had the light on like this because, as you know, they hunt in the daytime, and I wanted to take a look and see if I could see her. And my gosh, I saw her stalking a fruit fly, unbeknownst to that poor little fruit fly, and she was looking at it, and she was going real close, and all of a sudden she jumped right on her. So it was amazing, and so I think the spiders absolutely adapted to space. It was incredible to watch.
Wow, I'm watching you, very impressed. As you really know, that's very cool. So the spider's able to adapt just as you predicted on. So, Sarah, Dorothy, do you have a question for Sonny?
Wow, that's incredible. Can you see any differences in how long each test tube is to show the levels perhaps that our bacteria has grown depending on the medium it's in?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question one more time?
Are there different levels of yellow? Can you see the different color changes, or are they all the same color?
No, they're all different. Actually, this one I just randomly picked number 5, but they all have a slightly different color. This one is really nice and orange, but some are a lighter color, and some are a darker color of red. So yeah, they all have a little bit different. So, I was wondering about all the data points that you guys picked, because I was wondering why there were all the different colors. And I noticed it pretty much the first time I took them out and looked at them when I was taking the pictures, that they were definitely different. Ones had different colors. So you're going to see some interesting results when you get these back. And right now we're keeping them at 4 degrees in this chamber, so it should maintain its, where it is until it gets back on the Earth for you.
That sounds great.
So that's what you guys predicted, yeah?
Yeah.
It's not bad, people.
Yeah.
Both experiments came out pretty much the way you predicted. And Sonny, you were extraordinary part of this, and we very much appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So it's not just that these guys here have been hoping to ask you questions, and thank you for answering, but we have some questions from their classmates in Michigan in the United States. Here we go.
Hey, Dorothy and Sarah, and everyone in the studio. We're back here in Troy, Michigan, and we also have a question for Sonny the astronaut. Obviously, the Olympics were this summer, but we were wondering how international relations changed after we found out who got the gold medals.
Very interesting question. We actually, we have a little bit delayed TV up here. If we get streaming video, it's called KU. And so during the Olympics, we would get KU and get all of the highlights of the Olympics at dinner time, which was great. As a group, we would gather around the table and watch the Olympics. And I thought it was more of a bonding experience between all of us as we were cheering for each other's teams. Like when Japan would win and when Russia would win, we'd all be like psyched for each other. And I think that's really good for international relations. It was not, on anything bad. It was more like we were supporting each other, and and got to know each other's athletes through the knowledge of the other crewmate on board. So it was really fun.
That's very good news. Very good news, because our next question comes from an Olympic gold medalist, the guy who competing with spiders was the long jumper who won, Greg Rutherford. Greg.
Hi, Greg Rutherford here. I just want to ask you a quick question. If Aunt Spider was my size, she could outjump me on Earth, but could she outjump me in space?
I think just by mass, I think you could probably outjump the spider.
Good, that's good. It's good to know. Our next question comes from the flight director of the Mars Curiosity rover mission, Babak Babasi, the Mohawk Man. Babak.
Here at the Jet Propulsion Lab, we work on robotic missions. What we'd like to know is, how can we further improve robotic missions to help human exploration?
That's a really great question, because some people sometimes think that robotics and human spaceflight are a little bit, back and forth. There's some type of competition there. But I think robotics are awesome because they'll take the first step where we haven't had the technology developed quite yet for humans to go. And then the second thing they can do, once humans get there, they can take on repetitive tasks and do repetitive tasks such that the humans can take then the next step in exploration. So I think robotics and humans can step by step and leapfrog each other so we get further and further and understand more about our universe. So I think robotics and human spaceflight together are an awesome combination.
That's fantastic. As the CEO of the Planetary Society, this is something we advocate. I'm delighted you feel that way, Zoe. It's great. Let's change the world. So, this is good, but we've got tons of questions from our live stream viewers from all over the world. So we're going to start with Pekka Uwala.